Hey folks, Shawn here from Revolutionary Fitness. Wanted to do a quick tutorial video on how to make electrolyte lemonade. So electrolyte lemonade is something that we recommend you consume as much as possible. In fact, right now a couple of us are on a cleanse, the Phoenix Reset, and we actually promote you to consume it every single day because it not only gives you a bunch of nutrients, a bunch of energy, but it also hydrates your body and helps with evacuation, so getting toxins and things out of your body that you don't want. So it's a real basic kind of recipe, but it leaves a lot of room for you to put in some creativity. But today I just want to show the basics. So the recipe is put together by our friends from Life Food, so definitely cop this book, Life Food Recipe Book, by David Jubb and Ann Jubb. Really good book. But the basic recipe is basically taking 3 lemons, 3 organic lemons ideally, if you can. So this is a pretty big lemon, so you could get away with 2, but for today we'll do 3. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get the peel off of here. You could use a peeler, but I kind of just like to do it this way with a knife because it's quicker. But I'm just gonna take off the peel, trying to leave a little bit of that white area because there's some good nutrients in there. So just gonna quickly, as best I can, it doesn't have to be perfect. Go ahead and peel that up. And then I'm using a Vitamix, so the Vitamix actually cuts things up really well, so I don't need to cut it down that much. I'm just going to cut it into a couple pieces, take out a couple little seeds that I don't want in there. Again, it's not essential, you can keep the seeds in there, I just don't prefer the taste all the time. But this is probably as big as I'm going to cut it down to, or as small as I'm going to cut it down to, because the Vitamix chomps up anything really. But if you have a blender that's not as high powered, you might want to chop it up a little bit more so that the lemons can break up pretty easily. And then also depending on the size of your blender, so the Vitamix is pretty big, so I can fit a lot of cups of water and a lot of ingredients in here. You might have a smaller blender, so you might have to reduce the ratios on the ingredients. So that's 1 lemon, so I'm just going to drop it in there. I also have a couple of lemons that I cut up from before, so I'm just going to toss those in there. Again, 3 lemons is what I'm going for. And then usually I want to get either a green apple or green pear in there. I don't have one today, I only have a red one, which is fine, but green is ideal because that's going to help with digestion. So I already have a couple pieces cut up. Again, I don't have to cut them down that small with the Vitamix, but you can cut it down smaller if you need to. And this is just the last one here. Make sure when you're getting, cutting through the apple that you get rid of that core. You don't want that to go in there. So just toss those in there real quick. Okay, and then in terms of other foods, you can add to your liking. You can add in, we love to add in some cherries, especially in the evening. It's nighttime right now, so cherries help because they have melatonin in them. You can put in some berries, you can put in, any kind of fruit you really want. But the basic recipe is the lemons with either the apple or the pear. So then what we're adding in next is we're going to actually add in 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So this is a really good one. This is from Costco. This is an extra virgin olive oil. It's a first cold presto and it's in a dark bottle. That's a really, really good one to get. Let me go get my tablespoons. So I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons. Now that seems like a lot of oil, but it really helps with getting the electrolyte lemonade a really good consistency, and then also it's really going to help with digestion. So all that oil is really going to line up the belly and the gut and the intestines and help things move quickly, which is what we want to do. So 3 tablespoons of the olive oil, but again you can use coconut oil or some other type of oil, but olive oil is my preference. And then we're going to take some Celtic sea salt, so I'm just going to go for a pinch or a teaspoon. So the Celtic sea salt is really the one you want to get, so try to find that one. This is a grainy one, but you can get the one that's less grainy. And then the last magic ingredient is the honey. So we use raw honey. Revolutionary Fitness, we sell raw honey, but you can use like maple syrup, or you can use some coconut palm sugar, but really the honey is the best way to go. So we're actually going to go 6 tablespoons of honey. So that seems like a lot, I know, but it's really where the magic is at, because the honey has tons of good nutrients in it, has tons of enzymes. It's also going to help with digestion. It's gonna help with, you know, increasing your immune system, all that good stuff. And you're probably thinking like 6 tablespoons of honey, that's tons of sugar. But even though it's sweet and it tastes delicious, honey is very low on the glycemic index. So you're actually not intaking that much sugar. You're taking a nice natural form of sugar that's going to give you some good natural energy, but not give you any weird stuff with your insulin levels. So I lost count. I think this is 5. Maybe it's 4, I don't know. But we'll do one more just for safety. So get one more in there. Alright, cool. And the best thing about scooping out the honey is it gets all over your fingers, and then you can lick it off, which is good. So then we go ahead and add 6 cups of charged water. If you don't know how to make charged water or you don't have access to it, you can just use 6 cups of water. But obviously, the better the quality the water is, the better the lemonade is gonna be. So I already got 6 cups already here. So I'll pour it all in. A little bit more. Again, the Vitamix can take a lot of liquids, but you might have a blender that doesn't do so, so change the ratios up. So I lost my top here. Give me 1 second. There we go. Alright, cool. So now we're ready to blend it up. So I'll lock it in. If you're using the Vitamix, always start slow and then increasingly go up. Same thing if you're using like a blend tech or anything like that. Somewhere like 30 to 60 seconds. I probably could have gone a little longer, but I want the video to go all night. Oh, we got a lot here. So then I just pour it out. I got some water left in there. Just pour it out. There we go. And we got some nice good electrolyte lemonade. Perfect. Hope that helps. Thanks.